with uncertainties and limitations. Coming from small village, my exposure to science and research was limited. But here, within the classroom and laboratories of chemistry department, under the mentorship of teachers like Professor Jamudin and Professor Aswad, I learned to think critically, push boundaries and dream big. This is something every student should do, rather than whatever be the challenges, whatever be the limitations of your universities. If you can think of dreaming big and push yourself, it's very easy to achieve, right? And my personal experience with Amravati University, and I get a student from all over India. My group has a student from almost all the states, and I can say that the students from our universities are fantastic. They have a great potential. It's only about how big you dream, how hard you work, and how motivated you are. So although we didn't have any access to the state-of-art research infrastructure back then, and it looks like even now, we had something far more valuable. The dedication, the guidance of our teachers, and robust academic foundation. I think our course, the chemistry course, was extremely good. Our syllabus was extremely good. So, and then if you are dedicated, determined, even if there are no teachers, you can learn by yourself, right? We are all matured enough now. And right now, you have access to almost all the knowledge which we don't have. At that time, there was no phone, no internet. I learned the internet only when I joined PhD. But now, you have AI, ChatGPT. So I think things are easier now. So our teacher taught us to make the best of what we have, right? Rather than complaining, ye nahi hai, wo nahi hai, can we not think in a positive direction? This is what I have, and how do I use it, and how do I progress? So that's what our teachers taught. And I think the special teacher, that's why I got very emotional when I see Rohankar sir. So Rohankar sir was not teaching us as a course, but he was there doing his PhD. And we were used to be afraid to go to Jamudin sir, Aswad sir, frankly speaking. But here is this very senior guy, but very friendly. Any trouble, Atul remembers, go to Rohankar sir. Because students not only need a teaching, your chemistry, they also need a guidance. I think that is extremely important, to give you a proper, correct direction, what to do and what not to do. And respected my dear Rohankar sir, you played a key role. So when I got connected with you after many years, I got a goosebump on my body. The level of, and we can't forget those days. Like whatever we are today, I think those moments, those guidance really helps. I'm very serious. I'm saying it's very serious. So we were lucky to have such a people around us, and that really helped. So I owe profound debt of gratitude to Jamudin sir, Aswad sir, Rohankar sir, and many more teachers who nurtured my scientific temperament and encouraged me to aspire for greater heights. After completing a master here, my journey took across India and eventually around the world, from pursuing PhD for DID to DID warrior, postdoctoral stints in France and United States, to my tenure at KAUST, and now to my role at IITF from Mumbai as a professor. Along the way, I faced numerous challenges, but the resilience and hard work ethic instilled here at Amravati University kept me grounded and determined. I think that's extremely important. You need to be grounded. If you keep flying in the air, your brain will stop working. And as a scientist, that's our bread and butter. Every day you have to keep thinking new. And in our case, we are experimental scientists. We need to do new every day. And that means you need to be grounded. You need to be determined. And that's the culture that I learned from here. Today, my research focuses on one of the most pressing challenges of our time, the climate change, global warming. My group work on designing advanced nanomaterials to convert CO2 to which is harmful greenhouse gas, into useful chemicals and using solar energy. Maybe during my talk, I will try to explain to you how we do that. Our goal is to contribute towards a sustainable future, a mission deeply rooted to ethos of a serving society, right? And that's what Karma Yogi Sri Santa Garge Baba was about, right? So I think you see that positive energy, even you don't think about it, it goes into every student, and then your behavior automatically changes, right? And it's really important. Sometimes we don't feel or experience what is around us, we ignore, right? But that's extremely important. That's what I experienced, and that's what I helped me to grow from nowhere to somewhere. Receiving Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award as a moment of my immense pride. It's one of the best moments of my life for sure. But it is not ideally a personal accomplishment, because this is science, an academic accomplishment. It reflects the collective support of my teachers, colleagues, friends, my family, obviously, and the student who works under me. Right? Whatever we do is all together. It reaffirms the belief that excellence can emerge from anywhere, even from some village in Vidarbha or university like ours. Right? You don't need to be in IIT or some hi-fi CSIR or other institute. No. Science is such a thing. It's all about how innovatively you can think of. And that is, no one has a control on that, right? Innovative thing can come from your brain. So it's all about you, a person. Science is all about person. The facility, infrastructure, funding, all matters. But that's secondary. It's the students' innovative way of thinking, at least in terms of innovative research that we do. To the student here, I want to say this: dream big, but never forget your roots. That's the way you can really achieve that dream. Challenges will inevitably arise, right? There will never be a smooth ride, not for me, not for anyone, right? That's how the life is. But determination is the key, and I will give you one simple example now. I have 2 more minutes. So after my MSc here, I wanted to be. We stayed here for another 6 months to prepare for NET and SET. I think Atul was the first from our department who qualified the NET, and I followed him. So you can look at the competitive. He won that time. So we stayed for 6 months, right, in Mumbai, Amaravati University to work for towards the NET and SET exam. I think so my dear friend Soman, she was my room partner, and we all had a huge competition. Who sleeps early and who sleeps late, and that helped. So during that, I as a job or something, I also wanted to be a contributory teacher in chemistry department, and there was a huge competition. Many people wanted to be, and my application got rejected. I was not selected as a contributory teacher in chemistry. So that's like a big failure. You are not even capable of become a contributory teacher. And now today I teach to the student of TIFR. And you know TIFR students? Around 4,000 students takes that competitive exam, out of which 100 gets for interview, and we get only 10. 4,010, best of the best comes to my university. So what I'm trying to say is, what helped me there? Determination. It's okay. You will get a failure, you will get a setback, but if you are determined, you are dreaming big, and you are obviously just not a dream. You have to work hard. You have to be motivated and dedicated. It is possible. Everything is possible. So believe in yourself, and remember that science is not about personal success. Right? I'm happy to get these awards and all the appreciation. Who don't want the awards and appreciation, right? We are human, we all want it. But we all need to understand this is not a personal thing. At least the science is not a personal thing. Science is about helping the society. That's all about the science. So that science has to be, in our case, the fundamental science, has to be translated into a product or a technology which will help the society. And most of our life is good here is because of the science. Think about this. Homi Bhabha, who founded our university institute 75 years ago, he thought about nuclear bomb and nuclear energy. That time everybody opposed him. If you watch some of these movies or read the books, everyone opposed. He said, we just got independent. We don't have a food to eat. Farmers are dying for food or a milk. And you are proposing something which will cost us crores and crores, thousands of crores of rupees. But now look, after 75 years, because of a vision of a scientist 75 years before, imagine a country, imagine India without atomic bomb, without nuclear energy. What will be our state? By this time, China will be controlling our image. This is a fact. The same with Sarabhai. Sarabhai dreamed about sending the rockets, satellites. Again, everybody opposed, because that time it was not important. But now, we are taking proud of all our thing. So the vision of a scientist is important, and you don't need to have vision. Again, it's all about vision as well as hard work and efforts that you put in. So I dedicate this honor to my teachers, this institution, which gave me the wings to fly. I will continue my scientific journey with the same curiosity and humility I had when I first walked into this campus. Thank you once again for this invitation and for giving me this chance to reconnect with my roots. Amaravati University will forever hold a special place in my heart. This is something that I don't need to say. Dhanyavad.